who really looked like they were distraught about what all had happened, was Heath Smiley. Let's go back in. The judge is there.
I've been told that the jury has reached a verdict as sentencing. I don't know what the jury's verdict is. As I said before, they didn't ask for the job, and we will not praise their verdict, and we will not condemn their verdict. Any outburst, positive, negative, whatsoever, will be direct contempt of court, and you will serve 30 days in jail for each outburst. If you cannot control your emotions, you should leave the courtroom at this time. Mr. Bailiff, please bring in the jury.
Okay, so they're just waiting for the jury to come in. The jury has found her guilty on all three accounts, or all counts. They're just waiting to find out about the penalty.
I see you're holding paper. Has the jury been able to reach a unanimous verdict? All right, the verdict appears to be in proper form. Mr. Gregg, if you and your attorneys would come to the podium. The verdicts read as follows. As to count one, we, the jury, sentence the defendant Carly Madison Gregg to life imprisonment. As to count two, we, the jury, sentence the defendant Carly Madison Gregg to life imprisonment. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, just as I did with the verdicts of guilt, not trying to be rude. It's the quickest way we can get it done. As to count one, we, the jury, sentence the defendant Carly Madison Gregg to life imprisonment. Ma'am, is that your verdict? Yes, sir. Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Yes, sir. Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? On the back row, sir, is that your verdict?
Yes, sir.
Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? As to count two, we, the jury, sentence the defendant Carly Madison Gregg to life imprisonment. On the front row, ma'am, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict?
Yes,
Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? On the back row, ma'am, is that your verdict?
Yes.
Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Ma'am, is that your verdict? Sir, is that your verdict? And sir, is that your verdict?
Yes, sir.
Verdict appears to be in proper form. Ladies and gentlemen, the jury, please exit. I will be there in just a moment to release you, okay? Everyone remain seated while the jury exits.
Man, I had to check because I needed to make sure that my playback speed wasn't on high because he was going fast. Is that your verdict? Is that your verdict? Is that your verdict? Is that your verdict? So she's got life in prison. I don't know what that means for a 15-year-old because sometimes it means something else, like they're eligible for parole after 50 years or 60 years. I don't know. She does seem like she's a very dangerous girl.
Ms. Gregg, please come to the podium. Your sentences will be as follows. As to count one, the jury having fixed the verdict at life imprisonment, this court will sentence you to life imprisonment. As to count two, you'll be sentenced to life imprisonment. As to count three, you'll be sentenced to 10 years to serve.
No
You'll be
value.
required to pay court cost fees and assessments in the amount of $431.50. Ms. Gregg, regarding any appeal of your judgment and conviction and order of sentence and in accordance with Wright versus State 577, Southern 2nd 387, the court wants to inform you that pursuant to Rule 4E of the Mississippi Rules of Appellate Procedure, the notice of appeal required by Rule 3 of such rules shall be filed with the circuit clerk within 30 days after the date of the denial of any motion for a new trial or the date of imposition of sentence, whichever is later. Pursuant to Rule 4E, if you make a timely motion under the Mississippi Rules of Criminal Procedure for a judgment of acquittal notwithstanding the verdict of the jury or for a new trial under Rule 25.1, the time for appeal shall run from the entry of the order denying such motion. Finally, Rule 25.1 subsection C provides that a motion for a new trial must be made within 10 days of entry of the judgment, which includes both adjudication of guilt and sentence. Should you make a decision on the record to appeal, that decision will stand unless a written statement to the contrary signed by you and your attorney is filed with the court. Should you make a decision to waive appeal, that decision will stand unless you give written notice to the court and your attorney prior to expiration of the time in which you perfect an appeal. Should no decision to appeal be made by you, your failure to express a desire to appeal shall be considered a waiver of your right to appeal, and that waiver will stand unless you give written notice to the court and to your attorney prior to expiration of the time in which to perfect an appeal. Have you made a decision to appeal your conviction and sentence? All right. Court will be in recess. Sentences will run concurrent.
Okay, so we just heard from the judge there and found that, or from the jury and the judge, she was sentenced to life in.
Actually, Alma, I think that's really unkind to say that. And I don't think that about him at all. He's gone through a lot. And men should be allowed to cry. They have emotions too, just like anybody else. And yeah, just look at his eyes. It's horrible. So I'm going to ask that you not say things like that. I know there's probably other chats that you can go into if you need to express that kind of language. So. Thank you so much, Licia, for the gift of 20 Parawomenradio memberships. They're actually called dragonflies. And, well, it's my channel. And I said, I feel like calling somebody those words and saying that is being disrespectful. And I'm going to ask that you not do that in here. And yeah. You can have an opinion, but you can express it in a way that's respectful. Everybody's allowed to have their opinions. Okay, thank you so much, Lucia, for your donating those. Let me pop in. It usually tells me right away who got them. Let's see. Yes, it has. So it looks like Jessie Ray, Ashley, Kangaloope, Dragon Lady, Corinne Callies, Claire Harper, Lexi, Michelle Furler, Queen Swags, Veronica Villanueva, Bobby and Gizmo, Zoe Randozzo, and Smiley Jean, you have just become dragonflies. The dragonfly is the okay. That's fine, Alma. I'll sure I'll see you around the way. Take care. Dragonflies are the membership program over on YouTube, and I release the videos early to the dragonflies. We have lives made for the dragonflies. I'm creating a membership series for the dragonflies where I'm explaining, if you're interested in starting your own YouTube channel. I'm helping Shannon start her own, and I'm going to be releasing a series for my dragonflies. If you ever wanted to start your own YouTube channel and you kind of wanted to know how to do certain things, I'm going to have those. I'm recording that right now for my dragonflies. It's just really a way to support me, and it's always really, really appreciated, any support that you give. And so, yeah, thank you, Leisha. We're all benefiting from her kind donation. So, and tonight I'm going to also be giving out some dragonfly memberships because I have 5 more to give away this month. I have 10 that I can give away a month, so I have 5 more. Okay, guys, I just wanted to pop on and talk about the verdict. I'm pretty shocked about this Carly Rae verdict. But I will concede that girls have to now start being held accountable just as boys are. And it was pretty shocking to see her walking around the house afterwards with it behind her back, showing that she knew that what she had done was wrong. She didn't want the cameras to see it, which means she didn't want her stepdad to see that she's walking around with a pew-pew in her hand. I don't know. Alma was unhappy with me saying don't call somebody a P-U-S-S-Y for crying. We don't make people feel bad about emotions here, especially since I'm going through big emotions here. So I can break out into tears any minute. It's just the way it's going to be with me for a while since I've lost my best friend. But tonight I am working on the Gypsy Rose Blanchard case, and we're going to be talking about her social media presence and the stronghold she has over it, and what the lengths that she's going to preserve her narrative. And it's great lengths. So yeah, I hope that she decides to come back. I don't want anyone to leave over that, but I also am not going to allow that to be said. So you can say something like, I lost respect for him because he's crying. That's a nice way to say it. There's just ways of saying things that don't harm others. So hi, Tony. Hi, Veronica. And hi, Licia. And I don't think I said hi to Alma when she was here. So hi, Alma. And yeah. We're all having troubles just learning to deal with them alone and peacefully. Yeah, we're all just struggling, trying to get through in life, I feel, and I don't dogpile on people, even people that I don't like. I don't dogpile on. Except maybe I would say I do on Gypsy Rose and Chris Watts and the cases we cover, but I try to be as respectful of the victims, and in my opinion, the dad is a victim in this, as possible. So I think it's important. But, yeah. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to go now that we know the verdict. You have no volume. Nobody else has told me that they don't have volume. And I went in, I checked, and yeah, the little bird is in the background singing his song. Yeah, I've been through hell and never make people feel bad. Why? No reason but to put people down because you're feeling down seems narcissistic. Yeah, it does to me. And it also, I believe in energy. And so he doesn't need me to send that kind of energy towards him. And he's not going to get that energy from my channel. He's a victim. Hey, Heavenly. Yep, they're back and guilty on everything. Life imprisonment on everything except the tampering. She got 10 years on. So I thought it was against the law in all the states to sentence somebody under the age of 17 for life. But I guess in Mississippi, that's not the case. It's just shocking to me because here we've got this 14, 15-year-old that's going away for life. And we've got Gypsy Rose out on the unleashed on the public, who is a millionaire, has her own TV show, is trying to dominate the social medias, making tons of money. It's just a weird world we're living in, like a weird world. Yeah, we all need positive energy. There's enough of it out there. And in my opinion, the demons and the negativity and the spirits, the negative spirits that walk this earth, they feed off of that negative energy. And you're feeding that energy instead of feeding like the spirits, the angels, and the other things that walk on this earth that bring us love and joy and kindness. So, but it's a personal choice, you guys. I used to be in a space where I did feed that energy. I am coming from, I traveled down negative energy roads for a while. I went down there, and it's a dark and scary and sad place, and I don't want to be down there anymore. So I'm choosing a different road, and I hope everybody can choose differently. But if you're in the space that you're in, trust me, I'm not judging because I've been there. I understand. So, okay. So yes, let's go back in and just see what people are saying before I go really quick.
Murder of her mother. She was sentenced to life in prison for the attempted murder of her stepfather, and she was sentenced to 10 years for the for tampering with evidence. Those sentences are to run concurrently. They also asked about an appeal, and I did not hear what Kevin Camp said their decision was on the appeal. The judge said they were going to be in recess. We see people getting up, moving around there in the courtroom. Carly Gregg was taken out of the courtroom. The jury was excused. The judge is going to release them from their duty. But that is what we have right there. Carly Gregg found guilty of murder, first-degree murder for Ashley Smiley, her mother, found guilty of attempted murder of her stepfather, and found guilty of tampering with evidence. She was given life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murder of her mother. She was given life in prison without the possibility of parole for the attempted murder of her stepfather, who is, you can see there, leaving the courtroom. and she was given 10 years for tampering with evidence.
Does the
You see
stepdad
what is going on there in the courtroom. That is
have his own child, or was Carly's his only daughter? Although I know it's step, but he said for all intents and purposes, the dad said that Carly was his daughter.
Ashley Gregg's parents. I'm sorry, Ashley Smiley's parents. They're talking with the defense attorneys. Will an appeal be made? We don't know yet. Text Verlicia Gavin. She is our reporter that is there in the courtroom to see what the decision was on the appeal, since I was unable to hear what Kevin Camp said. But we will get all of that information to you just as soon as we can. To remind you guys to make sure you tune into our newscast tonight to get a complete update on this trial from Verlicia Gavin, who has been in the courtroom yesterday and today. Also, tune in on Monday as Verlicia, myself, and Morgan Harris, who is our other reporter, who was in the courtroom Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're going to give you a behind the trial, so to speak, talk about what happened.
Is probably going to be a lot of conversation about this trial tonight, so I might do 2 lives. I might do the Gypsy Rose one, and then when I end it, because I want it to be its own live, might end it and then go into another live and do an update, and or tomorrow morning do a live. I might, actually doing it tomorrow morning sounds smarter. Yeah. But I want to talk about this case again.
Happened there in the courtroom. Courtroom does seem to be emptying out. That is it. There we go. We have it. An answer has been given. The one answer that I don't know that we all have that we really wanted was a definitive why, a definitive motive. But we have heard and learned by the decision of the jury.
I think if Carly had taken the stand, that the jury would have maybe deliberated otherwise. I'm very interested to know if anybody in the jury is going to give any kind of interview.
That it was not based off of insanity. So thank you guys so much for being with us, for tuning in, for choosing WLBT as your coverage provider for this trial of Carly Gregg. It is our goal here to always provide you.
This has actually been a really good channel. I'm going to subscribe to it. I have really enjoyed her coverage. It's WLBT 3 on your side. I don't know her name, but yeah, I've enjoyed it. Let me see if I can find any other any live people talking about it, like Court TV or anybody. Let's see. We've got Recovery Addict talking about it. The Alternative Corner. Difficult Research. No, that's Chad Demo. Oh, they're tearing down Chad Daybell's house today, aren't they? Well, let me see if there's anything really quick. This was interesting, this footage, watching the lawyer put her hair behind her ears. She was very motherly with Carly, I noticed. No, I don't think anyone's talking about it quite yet. Oh, wait. No, that's the... What's this?
is set to begin Monday in the trial of Carly Gregg, the now 15-year-old accused of killing her mother, Ashley Smiley, and
that's nothing. Okay, so I will work up a show for you guys, find some things for us to watch, and I'll probably do like a noonish, 11 and 11, either 11 noon or 1ish, between those 3 hours type of live. And yeah, shocked actually, but actually I guess not shocked either, because it seems like people are starting to be like, girls are just like boys, you know, in these types of crimes, and they need to be punished just as harshly. I don't think she needs to be sent away for life, but that's just me. I have a soft heart, I guess you would call it. And I am definitely feeling like there needs to be some type of prison reform. That doesn't mean let everybody out. That just means that people are getting out, not her, but people are getting out, and we need to help them while they're inside, because they're coming out, and then yeah. So I will get that live together tonight. I'm currently working on the Gypsy Rose live. I just need to go finish some things up. And yeah, I'll see you guys in just a little bit, okay? I don't have an intro or an outro. Well, I can get my outro queued up, but I don't have an intro because I just jumped on live really fast. So let me get my outro, my closing. Okay, guys. If nobody's told you this today, I'm telling you this. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hi, guys. Welcome to Parawomenradio. I'm Amy. Hi, guys. Welcome to Parawomenradio. I'm Amy.
Carefully strumming this old guitar, words rolling out into the fire. Never ask why my heart burned blue. Here in the haze where you inspire me. Here in the darkness I hear my cue. Time to find some solitude. Here where my soul bleeds openly, deep in the heart of